Political activist, you're a human rights activist within Russia, and Human Rights Watch recently published a report, and we just have some of the key findings, or really the chapter headings from it. It talked about the foreign agents law, the NGO inspections that are going on there, the treason law, restrictions on public assemblies, well known because of the parliamentary elections and the fiasco after that, internet content restrictions. Give us a sense from your inside perspective as just how repressive and how much of a downturn has there been in civil society and freedom within Russia under Vladimir Putin?
It's not a classical dictatorship of the past when just they have to threaten literally everybody in the country. But they are much smarter now. They can pinpoint the key areas and just to attack the people that who could cause any problems for the regime, and they create this quasi-constitutional, quasi-legal environment where nothing that threatens the government is available for Russian citizens.
Well, Mr. Kasparov, thanks for being here and thanks for what you do. I'm curious the extent to which you can give us an insight into the perspective of everyday Russians. I know it's never that simple. Of course, you can talk about Texans in New York, folks in America.
You just said it now.
What is that? What is the sentiment on the ground about a fourth term for Putin?
No, the difference between Russians in Moscow or in big cities and the countryside is much bigger than between New York and Kansas. So, I think in Russia it's very generational. I think you could see that the middle class, the people, the young people under 30, even under 40, they're really frustrated. I mean, they are annoyed. They don't want to see Putin's face, again and again, and just for the next 10 years. But, there's too much money available in Russia. The oil prices are all-time high. And Putin proved to be a very smart ruler who knows how just to play all these games, to push all the right buttons. And so far, it's very hard to reach a critical mass of the protests that could overthrow the regime.
Let's talk about what his ultimate goal is. You're talking about his geopolitical machinations on the stage. Of course, you said it's to retain power for himself, but is there larger geopolitical goals? Is it some reestablishment of that older generation's Soviet Union? What is the ultimate goal?
You'll be surprised. I mean, Putin is probably anybody else but not an imperialist. He doesn't care about Mother Russia and about all those geopolitical ideas. It's all about staying in power. He's an oligarch. You can classify him as a mafia boss, staying in power, relying on loyal people. And his interest is Gazprom and Rosneft.
Well, how do his moves in Syria and now getting himself involved in Iran help him retain power?
His number one priority, high oil prices. Anything that helps to keep oil prices high is good. Anything that brings them down is bad.
So destabilization, anything he can destabilize, all the better.
Middle East, that's exactly so. That's all he needs is just it's a regular crisis there that keeps prices high. That's